Hello, Andrew from Meacham's RV here. This video is designed to explain the features of the camper as well as go over any rules and instructions that we have for each camper. This camper may not be the actual camper you will be in. However, it will cover anything, most everything that you would need to know about the travel trailer while you're in it. First off, if your travel trailer has an outside kitchen, this is what most of the outside kitchens look like. You'll notice that these cabinets are wood. We do ask you to keep this door closed at all times unless you're actively standing in front of the unit using it. Otherwise, it should be closed. Most of them have a small refrigerator. Electric griddle comes with every camper, as well as an electric skillet. The campers that have the outside kitchens, most of those do come with a gas 2-burner stove. And each time that you close the outside kitchen, you do have to unhook this hose from it. So it's kind of like a quick connect for an air hose. It just quick connects up here to the connection and locks in place, usually. And then you use a grill lighter to light the burners. I'm not going to show that right now, but that's how you would do it. Then you simply disconnect that, lay the hose down here, slide this in, and close the outside kitchen. It is very important that it gets closed at all times because we've had a lot of campers get damaged because people do not follow that rule. All of our campers come with some style of awning. We do ask you to close that awning when you're not at the camper or if it becomes too windy. When it is open and you're at the camper, you can leave it open while it's raining. However, it is very important that you put some type of slant to every awning. Most of our campers just pull down like this to make the slant. Some of them you have to slide it in and connect a knob here, but you always want it to have some type of slant. Otherwise it can collapse, and that's very expensive to the customer. Up front here is where the propane is located on every camper. We do keep those off on all of the campers, and it's just a regular grill tank that you would turn the knob to turn those on. You'll need that for cooking inside or in the back outside kitchen, or for heat the few times that you need heat here in Florida. If you decide to rent a golf cart from us, we ask that you at least charge it every night. You want to make sure that the indicator is telling you that it's actually charging. Some of them have lights, some of them have gauges. If it's not indicating that it's charging, the batteries will go dead, and that's not a good thing. When you do unplug the charger, actually whenever the charger is charging the golf cart, it must always be here on the floor, never on the seat, never on the ground. When you unplug it, you'll simply bring the charger over to the outside storage compartment and place it in the outside storage compartment. They are about $500 to replace. It is very important that they are not left out on the ground. Back here is where the sewer hooks to the side of the camper. Unfortunately, we have to leave what's called the black water valve closed. Otherwise, it can cause a clogging system in the tank. So you will have to periodically, depending on how long your rental is, come and pull the black water handle out. You'll hear everything run out the hose. Once you hear it stop running out, you simply push that lever back in. If you wait too long, you can potentially plug up the toilet. So depending on how much you're using it, every 2 days, every 3 days, it depends. There is a gauge inside that you can look at that I'll show you, but it's not real dependable. So that's pretty much everything outside. We'll jump inside now and go over a few items inside. The first one being that we do ask you not to wear your shoes inside. You can take your shoes inside, which I'm going to do, but we ask you not to wear them inside. So we're not going to go over all the actual details of this particular camper. We're just trying to go over the items that would apply to a walkthrough in any individual camper. Most of the campers have some type of control box inside the front door, which you can control your awning by pushing the awning will come back in for you. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, part way, and then just open it back up. And again, you always want to put that slant on the awning when you open it up. Light controls are in here for a lot of the lights. There it is. Goes down the center. All of our campers come with a Keurig and a regular coffee maker. All of the stoves in the campers run on propane. Some of the campers do have a sparker. Some of the sparkers don't work as well as others. I usually just use a grill lighter and light the burners. If you want to use the oven, there is a process to using the oven. It's a little more detailed. You do have to use the grill lighter to do that as well. So if you need to do that, I can send you a video or walk you through that over the phone. You always want to kind of keep an eye on your refrigerator, make sure that it's not blinking. If you lose power or anything like that, it can cause the refrigerator to go offline, and it needs to be reset just by simply turning them off and back on again. Most all of our campers have a circuit breaker box inside, as well as the circuit breaker box outside at Disney's Post. Sometimes you may pop a breaker in here. It's just like a regular house circuit breaker. I usually like to know if that's happening, so that we can make sure that it's not something wrong with the individual camper. One of the calls we get a lot is, where are the towels? Well, we keep all the towels pretty much in every camper in the cabinet over top of the sofa in the living room. Most all of our blinds work the same way. If they're not just your standard valance type blind, they simply lift up to open them, pull down to close them. Don't pull out on the strings or anything like that. We get a lot of people breaking these strings because they don't just simply lift them up. AC unit in most of the campers is controlled by some type of thermostat here on the wall. In this case, it's a digital, just kind of a touch thermostat. You just want to lightly touch it to do any of the settings. If you happen to have a thermostat that's controlled up on the ceiling, this particular camper is not. There will be knobs up here on the ceiling. You always want to leave that camper in high cool. Then there's a second knob that gives you the temperature that you could turn that down if it gets too cold in the camper. And then lastly, we'll go over a little bit with the toilet. All these toilets work either by a lever on the side of the toilet or a foot pedal. And if you push down just a little bit, it'll put water into the tank for you, into the bowl, and then you simply flush it. Please don't put anything other than toilet paper in the toilet. Do not put paper towels in it. Don't put wipes in it. Only toilet paper. Every camper comes with a broom and a vacuum, and should have everything in it that you would need except for your personal items and food. Pretty much anything you would buy at a grocery store, you would want to bring with you. And that's about it to go over for a walkthrough. If you have any other questions, please email us or text us or give us a call while you're in the camper if there's anything we didn't go over that you would like to know about. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your camper.